Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is a Friday morning scope. Good morning. Good morning, good to see you. It is Friday and the weekend is here. Welcome to Audacity TV. This is Dr. Eveangel Savage over at Audacity Group Social Enterprise, where I teach individuals to identify, initiate, and most of all, implement strategies of distinction for investment readiness in business. I am your social enterprise strategist and most of all, your master implementer. I am here on this Good Friday just to find out, are your needs being met? Literally, are your needs being met? One of the challenges that we have as entrepreneurs is we're always exploring, seemingly on some sort of scavenger hunt for how to get things done. Yes. I've been there and I've done all of that. And I have now, because I knew that it was a difficult and arduous process to be a successful entrepreneur, I began to put together lessons learned. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Some lessons learned. And one of the most important lessons that you can ever learn is, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? And why do you do what you do? Okay? You can start by evaluating Hey Pat Tanks, thank you for joining. You could start by evaluating your skill sets. Good morning to you. Please invite your followers. And I love hearts. And I'm here to provide assistance to those who want assistance. And it's a difficult process when people do not engage and they simply just gaze and be onlookers or on the sidelines or just not sure. Hey Devin, good morning, darling. It's good to see you. Always good to see you, Devin. I am talking about, are your needs met? And I am going to allow the people who are in my room today to ask me questions. Hey, sweetheart, how are you? Good morning. I am allowing you all to ask me questions about processes and what directions you can take in some of these things. Good morning. Are your needs being met? And if they aren't, what are some of the things that you need to do? What are some of the things that you need help with? What are some of the things that you may need some support with? What are some of the things that you may need to talk to someone about? You never know what someone knows until you have a relationship with that individual, right? So I'm going to go first. I remember, and I'm going to be brief because I want you guys to be asking the questions. I remember what it was like to transition from a nonprofit industry, which I still own, by the way. 20 years of nonprofit service in my community as a youth development director and coordinator. Good morning. Thank you for joining. And one of the hardest things for me was to transition from nonprofit to for-profit to provide sustainability for my agency. And that is why I do Audacity, to sustain, to provide finances for my nonprofit. So I had to learn how to market myself. And one of the things that helped me to do that was, how do I figure out this whole TV thing? How do I figure out hello, how are you? How do I figure out how to come across to my audience? How do I define myself to them? How are they taking me? How, just the whole gamut of TV engagement and people seeing you and being yourself, right? So that became easier, but it only became easier by, first of all, hitting the start broadcast button, by scoping regularly. I was scoping, but I still had crickets in the room, right? I didn't have anybody there because I was, not really revealing who I was. And I was, in my monkey suit, in my suit and tie, that girl, that goes to work every day and she has to have this certain image on the job where you have to have this monkey suit on, right? But this is the real me, this at home person. And she's pretty flexible, right? On the job, I was taunted by people, and I had to model the behavior that I expected from others because people just act foolish all the time, right? So you had to raise the standard just to give them an idea of what, life should look like on somebody else's job, right? How you're supposed to behave, how you're supposed to treat people, right? So that was difficult for me. So transitioning from corporate America to owning my own stage and being my own boss was really hard to do, because I had to have this certain image on my job, even though I was real and raw as it became, that you are right, as it came to how people treat me. I was real and raw, but I was professional, as I will be in my morning. Hey, Five House Rocks. Girl, you did your thing yesterday. It was so nice to meet you. Yes, so I am asking questions. I'm so excited about the math exploration too on a virtual level. I'm telling you, our children need you. And you need to be in the right space with the right people. Because our black families need you. And so if you haven't joined me yet, Five House Rocks, I need you over at Strive to Thrive. Strive to Thrive. Somebody put that link. It says, if you're not a part of my tribe, those of you who are already in my room, we have a great relationship. And, I would love to be able to talk with you more about going into the room and, a place where we can talk and bounce ideas, off of television, where we literally can get resolve for the things, because we come on our scopes. It's bit.ly Strive to Thrive, all lowercase. That's our Facebook group for those who are interested in providing services for families, those who are interested in growing their platforms, those who are interested in that can resonate with me. That is important. If you can't resonate with me, then I'm probably not the person that you want to be in the room with, because I am real and raw, but I take people to their next level because I'm an implementer. I am a master implementer. When I said that yesterday, I meant that thing, because I do. I get the job done. I don't play. When I start a new program, you know how many programs I've developed? I am a program developer. And so because I'm a program developer, I get it done, define it, and put it in place. And that's what I teach people to do. Define it, develop it, put it in place. Identify, initiate, implement. That's what it's about. That's what I do. I'm a program developer, So I encourage other people and I coach other people to develop their platforms. And I coach and help them to identify. Yeah, real but not harsh. And you're absolutely right. And you can't be. But the thing about it is I need to let people know who I am. You know, I need to let you know that you will be held accountable, and that, you know, accountability matters. You know, a 90-day action plan, you know, like, and I push you to get there, you know, but I show you how to get there too. Because I think that you should have somebody that's side by side with you, that's going to encourage you each and every day too. Not just, here's what you need to do, now get it done. I don't waste no time, that's right. And so I tell people every day, if you coming into my room and all you want to do is figure out how you can do it yourself, that's okay. But if you don't have any support, I can guarantee you that's not going to be a great experience. It's not going to. It's not, because why? It took me too long to do it. So because I've already done it, I don't want you to have to go through what I went through. Don't do it by yourself, because you don't have to do it by yourself. You know, there are things that you can put in place, systems that you can put in place, support groups that you can attend, and one of them is Strive to Thrive. You know, we have a great team over there at Team Hustle, but if you need a little more intimacy about how you develop your program in terms of support systems, I'm your girl. I'm here for you. So just know that I'm here, but ask any questions that you have. I'm going to take the girls to a matinee. It's Matinee Friday today. So I'm going to take them out. It's been a wonderful week to benchmark, you know, what life is going to be like for me when I take the jump next week. So I want, check out my scopes. Yeah, and definitely glam it up. I make sure I get I get up every day, yes, and put on my clothes and make sure I look my best. Hey, Multimedia Creative, thank you for joining. I'm giving you the platform today. What questions do you have? What can I help you with immediately? What has been burning on the inside of you that I can help you with right here, right now? How to get out of the rat race? Okay, when you refer to the rat race, what are you referring to when you say the rat race? Are you talking about getting out of the rat race of your job, out of the rat race where people are? Because that's a rat race too. And I'm telling you, because I have low tolerance for a lot of things. Like you think of it as a 9 to 5. It is the job. Oh yeah, I'm jumping out of the rat race. And there are rats everywhere. But when you jump out of the rat race, remember something. You jumping into a whole nother league when you jump into this pool called entrepreneurs, because they sharks, and you got to be careful. You got to be careful who you linking up with, because some people may have you hoodwinked, may have some smoking screens up and have you thinking that you're in the right place. You better have some discernment. And you better stay on top of your game, because everybody ain't true to who they say they are. They ain't. And so you have to be mindful of that. So be careful who you linking up with. And I don't do tearing people down, but you must make sure that you understand that when you leave your job, you are joining a pool of entrepreneurs, and everybody grabbing at a straw, everybody grabbing at something. So make your game, and stick to that. Anybody else have any questions? Thank you for that, though, because that rat race thing is a big deal. Okay. By the way, did you get the Facebook message? I didn't get it. Well, did you send it this morning? What time is the movie? What time is it now? Okay. And it is great to have the support groups. And what I encourage people to do is get as much as you can from wherever you can, because you can never use enough coaches. But you don't have to pay for everything either. So that's the one good thing about Team Hustle, the Team Hustle group, and the one good thing about Strive to Thrive. You can come up in there and you can have engagement and you can get some of the answers to your questions. It's when you want things done that costs. Like the landing page. That's a small fee, but it can get done. You can't get that for free. 2 days ago in my Facebook inbox, I'm going to go back and check that, Devin, to make sure. Was it my personal page? Some people have many coaches and it can be confusing, yes. And most of them have been entrepreneurs for a long time. And so they have coaches for different aspects of their business and they know how to structure that. And that is true, and that's why was the whole concept behind my starting Past the Biz, because I'm a pitch and dealer. I'm a sharker, so I angel invest. So I understand the importance of you getting in front of your screen and developing. Okay, I'll check. And developing your meal plan, developing your idea, and begin to know how to formulate your plan in terms of speaking in front of your audience. That's the whole point of Past the Biz. And so for all the newbies who go out there, I'm trying to, and I haven't given you all the feedback from yesterday yet, but my thing is I go back and review, and then I want to give you some feedback on what you can do differently. So that's the whole concept of pitch and deal. I'll ask questions so that the next time you get ready to do a scope, you will have some feedbacks, whether it's positive, just some constructive criticism on how you can maybe hone in on certain things. And just have a plan of one thing that you're going out there to talk about, and talk about that one thing. Like my whole intention yesterday was talk about inviting people to my house party. And how did I do? I need your feedback. Exactly. Yes. Awesome. And so they are all awesome. And yes, I had a ball yesterday. I was on super hype yesterday, because when I thought about the service that I was providing, and I was like, yes, it's a house party. I was so tanked yesterday. But see, I only talked about that, and then I also told you about why me. Why me? Why was it important? Why should you choose me? It was a fun scope. I think that's my coach calling me right now. And I'm going to come back on later for you guys. What's a good time for you guys? You guys make sure you go over and join Strive to Thrive Tribe. I'm going to take the girls to the movies. And I will be back after lunch. But this was a great morning. Good morning to you all. Good. Join right now and ask questions. Make sure you introduce yourself. Tell me about 3 things that you hope to achieve in the relationship in the room. And then we can go from there. Maybe I give you some leads on where you can go and what you can do. Because it's all about relationship, right, ladies? Have yourself a great afternoon and do something fun.